Well, I think it's just we are beginning to witness the beginning of mutual destruction, which is a good thing for Nigerians. If governors have evidence that State House, the villa, is using extra legal and political muscle to peer away governors from their parties, I wish they would share some of this information with us. There have been defections on both sides. Like I said earlier on, we are dealing with one and the same thing. We've had governors from the other party who a governor just changes dress and comes back and sits and says, I'm APC. And the next day, a governor will also defect and says, I'm PDP. These are the same people. This is in the last 16 years, or since 1999, it's these two parties that have destroyed this country, and they're playing the same game all over again. We're not impressed by arguments that somebody is poaching somebody's governors or legislators. They have been doing this thing for a long time. They will continue to do this thing. What we're witnessing is the beginning of the destruction of these two parties. And believe me, honestly, I think it's a good thing for this country. It's good for Nigerians to recognize and to understand that what these two parties are focusing on is not the insecurity, is not poverty, is not joblessness, it's not the state of the country, it's not about amending the constitution to fix this country. It's about power. It's about getting power in 2023, irrespective of how they do it. And this is a good thing. They will continue to poach each other's people. It is that easy to poach a governor, for goodness sake. You get millions of voters who say, we're voting for you and your party, and the governor simply changes his mind and says, okay, I don't want your party anymore. I'll continue to keep the power. These are the same people. How many, close to 80% of our politicians today have been in one of these two parties or more. Close to 80% of them. What does that tell you about the morality of these people? They don't consider the democratic process anything. They don't have respect for Nigerians. They don't have respect for values. They don't have a moral standard. Tomorrow, the same people who are complaining among the PDP governors, tomorrow you could see somebody else defect. And you can either have you could also have 2 or 3 APC governors defecting to PDP. This is the class of people that are telling us they will lead this country through a major process of reconstruction after President Buhari finishes wrecking this country. Are these the kind of people who will come back to us next year and start telling us to trust them again with power? These same people who are just simply shedding crocodile tears because right now they're on the losing end and they want us to trust them. What is the PDP as a party said to us about how it is going to deal with insecurity? What did the PDP say? What is it going to do about bringing the different parts of this country together? What has the PDP said about where is its economic blueprint? To do with unemployment, to do with the rebuilding of the Nigerian economy. All they're interested in is 2023. What are you going to do with 2023? Because between now and 2023, in 1.5 years' time, APC would have completely wrecked this country. You are going to take over a country that has been effectively destroyed by a party that has been substantially produced by PDP. And what are you going to do with this country? How are you going to fix this country? Where is your blueprint for what happens to Nigeria in 2023? So for me, what the PDP is saying is exactly what APC would say if it's on the other, or if the shoe is on the other foot. This country is in trouble, not so much because of banditry and kidnapping, but precisely because of this kind of people. From the president down to the governors to the National Assembly, every politician is ripping Nigerians off. And the earlier we recognize this, the better.